One of the signature dishes here at the Boathouse, which is the slow-cooked beef. I vac-packed the beef. This is 30-day dry-aged beef, so really well hung, mature beef, nice flavour, and I've CV'd it in a bag just with bay leaf, peppercorns, and some butter and oil, and that's ready to go in the machine. I'm going to get this in first because it takes sort of 9 to 10 minutes of poaching at 68 degrees to get the best from this. The reason why we poach it is slow cooking just means that it doesn't distress the meat, and it's just a nicer modern way of cooking. I've actually got something else in here. I've got slow cooked pork, which is another signature dish which we do for 36 hours, but that won't affect what I'm doing. I'll just put the beef in, and away we go. We'll leave that. That gives us plenty of time to concentrate on the garnish. The timer's going there, so 9 minutes. We'll go over and check it. I'm going to put a little bit of oil and butter into a Bellini pan here, and this is just a duck fat potato, so I've confit that for sort of 20 to 25 minutes, low heat, in some duck fat. I'm just going to pop that under the grill and then season that and just nappe some of the butter and oil over it just to give it a nice colour. Coming over here, back to this lovely bright yellow carrot puree. Put that into one of these. Now this doesn't take long, you know, you just want this to just sort of come to the boil. So about 75 degrees. So just add some butter and oil again. And then I'm going to use a little bit of normal salt just to season the carrots. The carrots are going to go on. I'm going to use the corner of the bullseye for that. Less heat, a bit more heat towards the centre of it. Veal stock. And again, I'm just going to put that onto the corner of the stove. I do want that to come down a bit, and I'll move that towards the middle where I'm going to get a nice concentrated heat, and that will do the business. Butter. The salsify, which has just been blanched in salted lemon water, so it holds its colour and doesn't oxidise. A little bit of oil, seasoning again, and onto the heat. I'm not too worried about getting the colour at the moment on these dishes, so I'm just going to get the heat up slowly on the carrots, and the salsify I want to caramelise, and last minute I'm going to add some honey, which will just give it that nice stickiness and goldenness to the colour. I'm going to move this on to the concentrated heat, because that's going to need a bit of reducing down. The duck fat potatoes, you can see you've got that real nice nutty colour going on with the butter there, which I'm just going to nappe some of that over, and I'll finally season it, and we'll come back to that in a couple of minutes. But again, you know, this dish is about exceptional local beef. We use an animal, Dexter animal, which is big in Oxford, really succulent, quite lean and just full of flavour. I'm going to use the pink salt when I slice the beef to season it last minute. On a Saturday night, 9 minutes now feels like a lifetime, but when you've got 100 covers on and they're having their amuse-bouche, they're having their starters, it's just enough time to get this dish right. Right, you know, back to the water bath now. I'm going to remove the beef, which has been in there for 9 minutes. So remove it onto the yellow board. Just going to take that out. Now all those juices are what I'm going to add to the pan. There's butter there, bay leaf peppercorns. Now I'm going to lightly season the meat, just with some pink salt. Right, into the pan. Now I just want to get a nice nutty colour. The resting time is the crucial bit. It's, you know, really important that you do let the meat rest, so when you slice it, you get that lovely redness to the meat. I've got a nice, you know, caramelised colour on the carrots there. The salsify again, I'm just going to finish that with a bit more oil, butter, and then the honey last minute, because obviously the honey burns, and that's going to make it bitter, so I just want that sweetness. The veal jus there, which has come down, it's a real nice sticky consistency now, and you can see the beautiful colour. You know, that's something we pride ourselves on here at the Boathouse, because our sauces, they have to be, you know, immaculate, they really do. We've got a spec to work to, everyone knows that, they're trained in that, they get passed through muslin, good quality wine, you know, and then the carrot here, again, which has just been warmed. I'll move those back to the stove in a minute for one final heat. I'm just going to nappe that nice nutty oil over the top of the beef. You know, the butcher, we use a local butcher, and they come down once a month, and I work out what spec I want and what cut I want. So as you can see, this is like a pavé of the sirloin, and they know our spec. Look at the colour on that. I have a little bit of a feel. I want this to be exceptionally rare, so I'm going to move that off now, just to under the lights. And as you can see the colour on that. And just finish that butter over the top. Now this is where we leave it to rest for sort of 3 to 4 minutes. You go too soon, it's just going to look raw. We need that resting time. Now we're going to assemble the dish. So I'm going to take the beautiful carrot puree. I'm going to do a smear. A smear. And so I'm going to assemble the duck fat potato there. Put the carrot. I'm going to take the salsify. Yeah, this has come down lovely now, and it's not too thick, but it's just going to hold nicely, and you know you'll be able to mop it up with the tender beef. Back to the beef. But that to me feels perfect. Like I said, this is going to be incredibly rare, so you know if someone was doing it or someone was watching this, then they could add extra time to it and cook it for 15 minutes or so on. Exceptional. You can really see the benefits there of cooking in a slow cooker. And again, I'm going to use the pink salt now. I don't want to hide that pinkness. I'm really, really, you know, happy with the result. This beef is cooked perfectly, and you guys are going to get to try it in a minute. And then the moment of truth. I'm going to pop a bit onto the potato there. You know, this is the ultimate beef dish. Sauce. Not too much sauce. You know, the carrot puree almost acts like a sauce in its own rights. Just a few garnishes. That's it. The dish is finished.